scenery to where you could be, if you just lock in, man, you could be all the way at the top. You gotta lock in, dog. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy V1. Ladies and gents, sit back, grab a stack, and stay tuned for the whole entire video. Now, for me, before I go on ranting about in today's topic, I just want to touch on just my credibility. I've been trading for 2 years. I dealt with a great amount of money in the markets. As you can see, I'm gonna put it somewhere on the screen. That's how much I dealt with in the markets, just to give you a little bit of credibility. Now, what is a recession? What is a recession? Now, let's look for the actual term. What is a recession? What is a recession? Let's see the actual term. What's a recession? A period of temporary economic decline during which a trade and industry activities are reduced, generally identified by a fall in GDP in two success quarters. Now, let's go over that again. What is a recession? A period of temporary economic decline during which trade and industry actively are reduced, generally identified by a falling GDP in two successive quarters. Now, to me, what I got from just reading that, a recession, just to put it in simpler terms, is when the economy is not doing well at all. And that affects a lot of workers, and not just workers, but it affects a lot of investors. And as y'all know, these recessions happen a lot. And you can know when a recession is coming, but it would never mean nothing if you do not know or you are not prepared for that recession. And when I say prepared, I'm gonna be more transparent. If you do not have at least 5 to 10 grand to invest into the markets when these good companies are at a discount, because as soon as we get out the recession, you're going to see a lot of gains, especially if you're invested in option leaps or you're buying the individual stocks. I prefer option leaps because obviously the majority of people do not have money just to throw around. So I would prefer option leaps. Now let's get into detail of why I feel like we are going into a recession, and I'm also going to go over my portfolio of the companies I'll be looking at once this recession happens, if it even happens. Let's get to it. We're in a monetary policy based system. And what that means is every time the economy is not doing so well, our Fed is going to play with interest rates to try to get the economy back into place. That's what monetary policy stands for. And that's what our Fed is using to try to bring the economy back as current date. And recently, a Fed report came in, which is the Fed minutes. The Fed is looking for more workers, less pay. Just think about it. The Fed is looking for more people to be in the workforce, but less pay. So he needs more things to be produced. He needs more houses to be made. He needs more food to be made, more clothes to be sold, more companies to be making more money, but less pay. So we need more coming in and less coming out. That's what the Fed needs to see for us to be able to experience a rate cut, which is very good for the economy. And he's not seeing that. He's not. So yes, as y'all can see, currently the market is in a bull. We formed a double bottom, not just on SPY, which is what I use to track the economy, but YM also, which is US 30 futures. We formed a double bottom. And we're taking off, we're going crazy. And matter of fact, we just bounced off this the swing high right here, and we might continue this uptrend. But it looks good now that we're breaking highs of highs of highs. But what if I told you that that doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to take off as an economy? Because one thing that I can tell you, I got into trading during a recession and I called out companies like TSM, like Tesla at $90, like Nvidia around $200. I was 17 at the time, so I couldn't even open up an account to invest at those times. But now those same opportunities are soon to present themselves in 2025 and possibly late 2024 because of this recession that's creeping up that people do not see. As you can see, the markets are going crazy right now for some reason. But I still believe that there's a strong going into a recession, and I'm going to get in exactly why. And I'm going to get into more details and give you guys more reasons to why I feel like we're going into a recession. I feel a recession is coming. Why? Because we haven't had a rate cut since March 2022. Just let that sink. It is 2024, and we haven't had a rate cut since March 2022. Now I'm going to continue, which makes it a total of 11 times interest rates been raised in 2 years. Just let that sink. 11 times interest rates been raised in 2 years. Now I'm going to continue. According to 70 years of market data, it takes 3 years from the first rate hike to enter a recession. We went into a recession, which you guys probably didn't feel like a recession in your pocket. Some may say they did, but yes, you guys can search it up. We was 2020. We entered that recession. It was 2020. So in 2020, we went into a recession because, obviously, because of COVID, but also because the Fed was hiking interest rates, and he was doing it when it was not necessarily necessary to hike interest rates. And that is another big part on top of COVID coming in, which caused us to be into a recession. And I'm sorry, I thought it was 2023 for some reason, but it was 2020. Sorry for the confusion, but let's continue reading. We went into a recession because the Fed was overdoing monetary policy system and 6 rate hikes leading to caused the recession. We are at 11, so it takes how many interest rates hike does it take for us to get into recession? It takes 3 years from the first rate hike to enter a recession. We recently got out of a recession 2020, and we've been hiking interest rates since 2022. Put that together. Now, really put this in perspective. We hiked interest rates 2022. We hiked it 2023. We hiked it 2024. That's 3 years. And the last recession that we were in, it took 6 rate hikes to send us into that recession. Right now, we are 11 rate hikes deep, and it's a 3 year mark. And that's according to 70 years of market data research. This is bound to happen. This is something that has been back tested, 70 years worth of economic and market data research. But people are not seeing this. They're not. It took 6 interest rate hikes to send us into a recession. We are 11 rate hikes deep, and we're approaching the 4 year mark, which is going to be 2025. That we've been hiking interest rates. So what does that mean for the economy? This right here is bullshit. What I see happen is, yes, we double bottom. That's nice. We broke highs, retest highs, and we're gonna play around. We might consolidate, touch these highs, double bottom, and then we're just gonna continue to keep going down. And people are gonna still think we're not in a recession, and we're just gonna keep going down, keep going down. probably fill this gap right here. I wasn't even trying to fill that gap. I was just going based off of what I seen happen. Because, like I said, I survived the recession before, and I also made portfolios for a seven figure. I'm not going to talk like I done it for multiple people. I made a portfolio for a seven figure earner at the age of 17, 18. And I'm pretty sure he's pretty grateful because I got him Tesla at 90. I got him TSM at 70. I got him Netflix at, I believe, 170 or 270, maybe 370. So, yeah, he's eating pretty good, especially if he's holding those option leaves and stocks. To this day, he's doing amazing. And it was many other couple cryptos like XRP and Tether token, but that's for another story. The whole point of what I'm trying to get y'all to see today is a recession is coming, and are you going to be ready? And are you going to have the money? At least five. Let's be more lenient because you could do it with 2 grand. At least two, five, $10,000 to be able to invest into these option leads, to be able to invest into these long-term trades that you're going to be sitting in for months and months and months and months and months, maybe years. Do you have the patience, and are you going to be prepared? Because it's going to happen. And how many recessions is it going to take for you to understand that all these good companies are going to come down and they're going to be undervalued? And once we get out the recession, they're going to be valued exactly where it's supposed to be valued. So you guys got to make that decision to really just lock in, be prepared for this recession. And I'm only going to go over one company that I'm going to be invested in. It's, I believe, 18 companies that I'm going to be invested in. My flash drive is in the car right now. So, and I don't feel like going all the way to the car. Hold on. I don't feel like going all the way to the car to get my flash drive. So we're going to go over one company off the top that I love right now, and that is Tesla. That is Tesla. And I was been supposed to get into Tesla. I started buying contracts around. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I started buying contracts right here. So I caught all of this, and I wanted to buy more down here because we were obviously Tesla is not going anywhere, and I'm going to tell you guys why it's not going anywhere in a few. Tesla is one of the number one EV makers in the world. Elon Musk is a great CEO. He proved himself to handle business through tough economic atmosphere. Donald Trump believes and likes CEO Elon Musk, and there's been spottings of him being with Elon Musk. And by the way, I'm gonna try to leave it somewhere up here. I think I said this in the Discord, somebody's Discord. Matter of fact, the Go to Viewers 30s Discord. I said this in this Discord that Elon Musk and Donald Trump was being all kind of buddy buddy, and I've been saying this way before it made headlines on Wall Street, by the way. And now they're saying this, but I've been caught on to that because Donald Trump did the same thing with the TSM CEO. He was buddy buddy, started signing bills so they can fund their company $2 billion, so they won't have to use China to make their chips. And we had TSM, which is Taiwan Semiconductors. They went from $70, no, 50, 40, 50, $70, and they stocked and shot all the way up and went crazy. And just went crazy. Let me give y'all a visual of how that looked like before we go over Tesla. Bow. It just went crazy. I caught this thing at $70. At $70. I caught this thing at $70. This is when Donald Trump was signing bills. He was signing a whole bunch of bills so they were able to get funded because they wanted to cut out China because they didn't want to depend on China. Because Donald Trump does business with China, but he doesn't like China, so they wanted to cut them out so they don't have to go to them to make their chips. They need those chips to make AI. any Apple product or any electric product, they need those chips. So they try to cut them out with TSM. So back to what I was saying. And almost like happened with TSM, Trump is considering making Musk an advisor. Now, disclaimer, Trump says that he wants to limit or even stop EV sales. But if he becomes president November 5th of 2024, that means Elon Musk is going to be his advisor. That's if he takes the job. And most likely he is, because if he doesn't, he's going to shut off EV. And if he shut off EV, Elon Musk is going to be broke. So he's going to accept that job to be the advisor, especially if he doesn't. He's risking the whole EV, because once Donald Trump says you cannot sell EVs, you can't. He will. You know how Donald Trump is, and that's something that he stated himself. And if Donald Trump becomes president November 5th of 2024, Elon Musk actually takes the job of become his advisor. Elon Musk is not going to let him just stop the sale, stop EVs from being sold. And that's what Donald Trump wants to do. He's going to influence him to not do that. And that can also be something to get people to stay away from EVs. What's going to happen is Donald Trump is going to sign bills like he did for TSM to fund Tesla. Now, while Tesla is doing all of this right now, all this crazy stuff, and people are scared of Tesla, this thing is going to buy up. And as y'all can see, I have a limit right here for 415. I got some contracts. Where are my contracts? I got some contracts. There are 320, 380 calls. They're 2 year out contracts for Tesla. And they are how much money they are right now. They're valued at, they went as low as $400. No, I'm lying. They went as low as $700 per contract. Now they're valued at $2,500 to $3,100 per contract. All you need is five. And if you can't get five, get two. If you can get two, get one. And I can almost guarantee you, even if the recession doesn't happen, Donald Trump is still going to find his way into that office. And there's going to be a high chance that Elon Musk becomes his advisor, because that's what he wants. And their stock is going to skyrocket, because Donald Trump is going to sign bills. He's going to make policies that's going to benefit Elon Musk's company. In return, Elon Musk is going to be doing a lot of things for Donald Trump. So it's almost common sense. We've seen it with TSM. It's happening with Tesla, but this time on a bigger scale. It's right in front of our face. The president, the future president, or the guy who's high chance he will become president on November 5th of 2024, which is right around the corner, is literally going to make the CEO of Tesla his advisor. So what you think that means for the CEO of Tesla's company? You got to put two and two together. And Donald Trump already wanted to stop EV sales. So the fact that he's going to invite somebody to the office to be one of his henchmen, and the same person he's inviting owns a company in an industry he wants to shut down. Put two and two together, people. Tesla's going to go crazy. Tesla's going to take off. And you want to catch this wave, especially when Tesla's at a huge discount right now. And this thing can even go lower before the election, because they're going to get this thing low. I feel like this thing could probably even go back to $100, and I'm going to be buying this thing. I'm going to make 30 to 100 grand off these Tesla leaps, 2 year leaps. Bet, bet cheese, bet cheese, yeah. Bet cheese. We gonna crank them. I'm crushing Tesla for the free. Back to what we were saying though. And also, I want to throw in another company. Now, this is not a part of my recession-proof portfolio, and this should be something simple. What drive a stock? Revenue. How much money are you making? How much are you taking home? As y'all can see, Sony, which I've been talking about for a long time, is at a nice discount right now. We're starting to bounce off. I hope this is not the reversal that this is going to make right here. I hope he could stay around these areas. But right now, Sony's at $100 per contract. Now, I like Sony going all the way up here. I like Sony going all the way up here to the 141 range. Right now it's at $82. Why? Because GTA 6 is going to come out and everybody's going to buy GTA 6. They're going to be making very large amounts of money, and they're going to be a very profitable company. So that's another thing you also want to take into consideration. But other than that, I want you guys to really think, are you going to miss the next recession? You never know when another recession is going to happen. This could be the last recession that happens until 7 years, and you do not want to get caught when everything is so oversaturated and all these companies are so expensive to get. There's going to come a time where these $20, $100, $1,000 option contracts and stocks that y'all able to buy right now is not going to be that thing no more. Like we're already seeing in the video. See how in the video how expensive it is to day trade in the video for a regular person that don't have at least $700, $400. You see how hard it is, and after this recession that's about to happen, every single company, their spreads are going to be the same thing because they're going to be so high in value. And they might never come back for 7 years. You might never get that pullback. And if you do, it's going to be a small pullback. It's not going to be a recession type pullback like the ones that we're talking right now with the economy. And I believe it's going to happen. You heard it here first. And when it does happen, I want you to have $2 to $5 to $10,000 to invest, so you can come out this recession with 6 figures, and you can scale your 6 figures to 7 figures in a bull market. So use this bear market that's about to happen, which is a recession, to make 6 figures. If not half of 6 figures, if not 3/4 of 6 figures, and then use the bull market after the recession to make 7 figures. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe if you would like to see more content like this. Other than that, it's your boy V1